Hey everyone, I'm Brittany Jones Cooper, and welcome back to Build at Home. I am so excited to chat with our next guest, singer and songwriter JoJo. So pumped. But before we start the interview, I want to remind you guys that a lot of kids are out of school right now, which means a lot of kids are missing those school meals. In fact, 234 million school meals have been missed so far due to school cancellations because of the coronavirus. There is a campaign called No Kid Hungry that is looking to help feed these children in these communities. So if you're looking for a way to help, make sure you visit nokidhungry.org. And Jojo, I want to welcome you to Build at Home. First, I want to ask just like, where are you at? What's going on with you?
Hey, Brittany, I'm in LA. I'm on one of the couches in my living room and just kicking it right now.
How many days have you been social distancing?
I think this is day 13.
Okay, yeah, you're right with me. I'm like at the 2 week.
Are you in New York?
I'm in New York, yeah. And it's just gotten progressively more locked down. So about 14 days ago, I was just like, I'll stay inside.
Yeah.
How are you faring? Like 13 days in is kind of a long time.
Whew. I mean, none of us expected this, so I gotta keep it real though. I'm very thankful. I'm in a fortunate position to where I have a job to where I can work from home.
Mhm.
I'm able to communicate with you this way through, it being 2020 and us having the technology that we do. So I was supposed to be in New York on a press tour promoting my single and my album's coming out, but I'm thankful that we could pivot, stay flexible and I have everything I need. My mom is here. She just moved from Boston to LA 5 months ago. So we have each other. I have my dog, Agape, and I'm staying busy, staying active here, like dropping down to the floor, doing my
Ah.
doing my workout. So I'm okay.
Do you have a go-to workout or have you discovered like something new you want to share? I need help, in
Um,
other words.
I have discovered this app called Daily Burn, and I have like, this is not, I have, they're not paying me to say this by any means. I just love it. It's so good. So I'm using this, I'm doing this workout series called Undefeated, which I'm learning like MMA moves, and I'm learning mixed martial arts and lots of punches and defense and rotations, and it's making me feel like I could kick COVID-19's ass.
Can you please? Because we need somebody to.
Oh man, I wish.
It's really taken over. I have seen you though staying busy. You've been doing regular IG store live videos and stuff. So how's that experience been? Just getting to connect through your music, through your fans during this time.
It gives me something to look forward to every day
Yeah.
because I'm in communication with people from all around the world. And for a while, I think, for the 30 minutes that we're on together every day, it's a little distraction and it's something I personally look forward to. And I let people kind of use me as a human playlist. So I'm like, what do you want to hear? Like I'll sing like a little verse chorus of stuff. So I'll do little performances of my own stuff. I'll also cover other artists' songs. I've done so many different things and people have hopped on.
Mhm.
And like today I just clicked somebody and I was like who can really sing out there who's watching? And like I have seen some amazing talent already, like from all over the world. This girl from the Netherlands sounded like Anita Baker. And then
What?
this other girl from New York, it just her range is amazing. This other guy from Boston, I was just like, I've never used the live feature on Instagram before, so this is definitely um, a silver lining for
Yeah.
me.
And it's such a creative time. I've been talking to my friends about this. I just feel like this period is going to force so much creativity. Like you said, even people discovering
Yeah,
new talent and stuff like that. I mean, we're all in this moment where I feel like artistically, a lot of things are going to come out of this time.
I agree. I think, and it feels better also to think about what could come from this on the positive side,
Mhm.
as opposed to being stressed out about what the implications are, in a day-to-day life type way. But for us, on the people who um, are artists, I think that limitation breeds creativity and invention. And
Mhm.
I'm sure people are just doing some really cool stuff. We're collaborating in ways that we maybe didn't before. I'm connecting with people that I never have before.
Mhm.
And so I'm finding it to be really it's like regenerating because we have to go inward.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's unifying, but it's also you have to look into yourself a lot. There's just a lot of things happening at this time, and I'm with you. I'm just trying to find the positive parts in it, because otherwise, complete chaos.
That's right.
And I know that you remade one of your own songs, "Get Out," "Leave."
You know, it just had the same number of syllables, "get out" and "stay in." And again, this came from somebody bringing it up on my live. They were like, "Stay." I mean, they typed the word "stay in" right now, like with claps or whatever. And I was like, "Oh my God, that's a great idea." So I just got on my iPad and kind of quickly reworked the lyrics. And I'm just glad that it made people laugh. And I'm glad that I could bring a little levity to the situation, because what else? I mean, I can't do, I sing and I tour. So if I'm not out on the road, here I am on a couch, just, you know, being a fool.
Right. Well, I mean, it helps so many people because I saw all the videos that came from it, people doing like their own dances to it and sharing it. So, I mean, in a moment like this, people are just looking for something like, you know, like we said, to unify.
Yeah, we're all trying to entertain ourselves in one way or another.
Exactly. One way I've been entertaining myself, by the way, and this is not just, you know, a plug for you. Your single "Man" is so good.
Oh,
it is so good. There's even a line where it's like, getting comfortable on my own and shit, and I've been alone and shit, and I'm like, yep, I'm being comfortable just like this.
Man, I mean, who'd have thought that the timing would be, that the lyrics would be so fortuitous? But I know, right? Like, if you didn't go inward and like take a look at yourself and learn to get comfortable on your own, we're being forced to right now. So and that's what the song is about. And but it feels good. So it's like, it's sensual, it's fly, but it's low key an anthem for loving yourself.
It's a vibe for sure. And it's called "Man," but you make a point to point out that it is not about finding it's not about men. It's about
No, and I love men, so I wasn't saying like ugh to men, but I'm saying like, no, I mean that's such a I consider myself a feminist, just as somebody who believes in the equality between the sexes. So I don't feel it would just be so weird to be like, damn, I really need a man in my life. What I'm saying is that I'm such a woman right now. I feel so in my bag. I feel in my divine feminine, and I'm knocking on 30's door. You know what I mean? I'm 29, and I just like, wow, I'm so thankful I made it through my fucking 20s. And now I'm like, you know, I respect myself. I love myself, and I'm not going to settle until it's like a meeting of that energy.
Yeah, and the video is grown. We see a grown JoJo. You know.
Okay, I'm gonna. If you come over to my house, we're having wine, we're lighting sage. Yes. We might dance a little bit, but you know, yeah, it's a celebration of self, and then also the love between girlfriends.
Yeah.
Know?
Take me through shooting that video, what you wanted to express through it, because it is, you're dancing, you're with your girls. It is just kind of like you said, an anthem, but the video looked particularly fun.
It was actually really fun. And we just rented this beautiful house, and it had like hella acres. And so we shot outside. I wanted there to be the component of nature, because nature has been such a part of my journey to love myself and my spirituality and my practice, which is getting out and connecting with that which is so much greater than me, and finding God in nature and stuff. So I got to do some scenes with the trees and the grass and rolling in the hills, like the friggin' like a R&B sound of music, right? R&B Julie Andrews type thing. And I mean, fun fact, I am very allergic to nature, and I totally forgot. So I broke out in hives after that first shot, and then I took 2 Benadryl. So the rest of the video, I'm like drowsy. Not only am I drinking white wine, but I'm like on the Benadryl. So I'm like, woo. But anyway, it was just really, I wanted to, I've been really enjoying the sensual art of pole dancing, and with that comes floor work. So I wanted to introduce a little bit of floor work into the video, and just, it makes me feel confident and sexy, and it's fun. So wanted to incorporate that.
Yeah, and you look great. And I love just hearing you speak today about feeling confident and feeling really rooted in yourself. Because I think we're just now finding out what the last decade has been like for you, as far as releasing the music you want to release and the difficulties that your former label put you through. I mean, what has it been like to finally have an opportunity to speak out about that stuff and share your story? Because like so many other people, I just didn't know.
It's cool that people are interested in my story because, you know, I just keep it moving. And
Mhm.
now that I'm kind of like rehashing it or thinking back to it, I'm like, my perspective on it is like, I'm so thankful that I didn't give up because I
Mhm.
know that I think that when people see the possibility to be resilient and to, you know, like have a non-traditional trajectory
Mhm.
and come out more successful than ever and finding true happiness, even like amidst personal or professional adversity or whatever. I'm glad that it can. I'm glad that this is more than myself now because I'm
Yeah.
sick of talking about myself. I want it to now be about other people and them like relating it somehow to how they can defy the odds or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
So
when they turn it into a hashtag like free JoJo, that is, like you said, it's bigger than just you. It's a lot of people like were using that like they were motivated and determined to like tackle things themselves because of what
yeah,
you're tackling.
and I think that my story is also kind of being brought up a bit more now because of the climate we live in, because we, particularly as female artists, are
Mhm.
demanding that we are compensated and treated fairly and that we can have, you know, that we can continue our relationship with our fans. Like I appreciated what Meg The Stallion, how she was walking us through every
Mhm.
moment of her legal issue with her former label or her current label. I don't know exactly the ins and outs of it,
Yeah.
but I think with Taylor Swift and Kesha and Meg and, you know, other women, I think it's more on people's minds. And my case, because we did go to trial with it,
Yeah.
you know, and I think that it's kind of like a precedent that we set that you can move forward and you can reclaim your rights and even if powers that are bigger than you are trying to extinguish your flame,
Mhm.
you know, that's not real. It doesn't need to
Absolutely.
be reality.
Absolutely. And that brings us to the fact and the amazing news that you're gonna release a new album this year, right?
Yes.
In
Yeah.
May?
And we might still be on lockdown. May 1st. May 1st is called Good to Know. And it's just so good. It's my best album ever. I love it. And I'm so anxious for people to be able to hear it. And I think since everybody is mostly alone
Mhm.
or definitely in a scaled back version of their social life by far, I think it's actually a really great opportunity for them to like take in this particular album because it's about escapism. It's
Mm.
about wanting to distract yourself from yourself and lose yourself in other people, other things, moments, and then arriving at a place where you're like, you know what, I need to be alone because I've been running too long. And then finally being like, you, I see you, I love you, I'm proud of you.
Mm. And how many tracks are on the album? And can you just take me through the time period of writing and creating that music?
So the deluxe version, which I really implore people to get, is 11, but
Okay.
this is a very succinct body of work, which some of my favorite albums are. So it's 9 on the standard album,
Mhm.
and I started writing for this project uh, almost a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
and had to write about the same experiences over and over again until I said it in a way that I believed really,
Mhm.
or just like liked.
Yeah.
And my main 3 collaborators, production wise, are Lido, Doc McKinney, and um, Noise Club. And then I also the next song that's going to come out as like a something, just a little sneak peek before the album, I did with 30 Rock, who did
Mhm.
Roddy Rich's The Box. So we have a song called Comeback. I can't
And
wait for you to hear
then
it.
label wise, what is the experience with this album? So who's your label now and how has that been different for you or better?
So I have a partnership, a joint venture with Warner Records, and my label is called Clover.
Mhm.
And this is like a true partnership. I've never had that before.
Wow.
So we make all decisions together, and it really feels like the conversations that we're having are 360, and we're just looking at continuing the longevity of my career.
Yeah.
We're telling a story and inviting people into my world, and I feel really thankful to have the type of relationship that I do with them. And that being said, there's no right way to distribute your music in 2020. Like, artists don't need to go to a major. Like, being independent is great. Having the type of 50-50 share that I have is awesome. Going 100% in with the label, like, it all applies. And I really like being an artist today way more than I liked being an artist when I was 13, you know?
I was going to say the whole game has changed.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Has that been, you said it's been better for you, and obviously you've been through all the trials, so you're even better armed, I guess, to compete in this industry now than before too.
Yeah. I mean, at 13, you have no equipment. You have no emotional or like experiential equipment to navigate the ins and outs of such a wild game.
Yeah.
And so now that I'm like a young OG, man, I feel really great.
Yeah.
I feel really great.
And the music shows it. I mean, I've always seen you as like a soul R&B singer. I know for a while there was like the pop thing, but your voice is so soulful. I was listening to your song with PJ Morton, and then you have one with Jacob Collier. And I was like, so jazzy. This is both songs were just so soulful.
I love soul music, R&B, jazz. That's what like really gets me going. It really does.
So what about your dream collaborator before we leave here? You mentioned just even now in this time you having access to people. I mean, have there been any future collaborations born in this moment?
Yeah, there have actually. There's been some DMs going back and forth and stuff, and I just love this time that we're in because we're also connected, as you talked about. So I would say my dream collaborator right now, I mean, while Stevie Wonder is still here, could you imagine? I'm just like, that would be so amazing. That would be so amazing. But on the more like, you know, now side, nobody has had more impact on pop culture and radio than Drake. I fucking love Drake, so I would love to work with him. Yeah.
Any day of the week. Yes. Let's manifest this right now. I want this to happen. JoJo, really, really, really great chatting with you, catching up with you.
Thanks, Brittany.
I've been listening to your music all morning, just preparing for this interview, and it just put me in such a good mood. So thanks for spreading the love.
Thanks, Brittany. You're a joy.
Yeah, no problem. You guys, you can stream Man now, and then her album Good to Know is going to be available on May 1st. So make sure you go get it, listen to it. JoJo, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time, okay?
Thank you.
Bye.